So you can drink a cool glass of water.
Now, Matthew, moving on from this cold glass of water.
So you got me riled up.
You were talking about people you don't like.
Yeah.
People who don't fill up the Brita filter. People who don't fill up the ice cube tray. And evidently babies?
Oh, babies they're a different mess of confusion, because I think babies, you need... Everybody has a different opinion of babies, right? Some people hate them, some people love them, some people can tolerate them.
Sounds like three different opinions. Everyone doesn't really have a different... I mean, everyone has their own opinion.
Yeah.
I generally don't care about babies. They are not relevant to me.
Yeah.
If you have a crying baby, I'm not necessarily annoyed. I feel more bad for you because you have to deal with the crying baby.
What if they're not dealing with it and they're just letting the baby cry? Then I hate both of them.
That's true. I'll agree with that.
Sometimes the parent more than the child.
Yeah. Well, yes, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Because the baby's probably crying for attention, and you're not giving it attention.
The baby is crying for discipline, and it wants it to be told, stop it, or there'll be a punishment.
Or they're like hungry or thirsty or poop themselves.
Always
or
discipline.
Who knows what.
Babies
Always
crave discipline. They crave swaddling and discipline.
But meanwhile, my cousin had a baby who I spent some time with last week. Really cute kid. And I know this is a thing where, like, if you don't know the baby, you're like, oh, it's just a baby. But I know this baby, and I'm like, this is a really cute baby. And I kept marveling at how cute the baby was. I had many follow-up questions about, like, I noticed he has little shoes on. He doesn't walk.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, how long until they walk? He's like, oh, probably around 1. I'm like, so he's going to grow out of these shoes before he takes a step in them? Why does he have shoes?
Yeah. It's a good question, because
to
they
keep
are
his feet warm,
and because
was
they
the
are
answer.
super expensive. That's
Right?
why you have them. So you can, I guess you sell them off to other babies.
Who are these baby buyers?
Other people, well, who are the babies that have enough cabbage to purchase new shoes, old shoes, used shoes?
Who's buying these used baby shoes?
Other parents who want
Yeah, I suppose.
shoes for their babies that they can sell because they're going to be in pristine condition. These shoes may have been made in the 20s.
Could
They're
be.
not getting any traction.
That's
No wear and
a
tear.
good point. But yeah, in that in particular, the answer was to keep his feet warm. So it's the middle of summer.
Oh yeah, you dress. As far as
Put
I'm
him on
concerned,
put on another pair of socks.
Until
He's
the-
never stepping anywhere in these shoes.
yeah, until the baby has to start going to public school, you dress that thing in a blanket or a toga.
Yeah.
Don't spend all his money on
Like a baby moo-moo.
Yeah, don't spend tons of money on ironic T-shirts and little
Yeah.
overalls and suits, baby suits.
Just whatever Maggie from The Simpsons wears.
Yes, just that.
Yeah.
That's perfect. They don't have to spend a dime.
There you go. Just get a few of those and wash them.
Yeah, or don't wash them. I don't know. But I'm saying,
But you don't like babies.
I'm just saying, like, they seem like a necessity, like an investment, an 18-year investment, maybe even a longer than that, depending on how childish your child is. But I feel like I don't want a baby now. I would like someone to take care of me when I'm real old.
Sure. But that's what old folks' homes are for.
No, but in contrast to the old folks' home, I would want
Someone,
my own kin, to be able to take care of me.
don't
and
you
it's
also
because
not want to put that burden on someone?
No, I'd be fine putting the burden on someone
Because you're like, I took care of you for
because
long
I took
enough.
care of them. But I just feel, this is going to be awful if I ever do have kids and they can go back and listen to the archive of all of our episodes. But if they got to episode 102, I'll be long gone.
They know what your deal
What
is.
kind of person
Yeah.
I am. No, I think you just have to put up with them, right? You put up with them for 18 years so that you can be handled
Probably
with
more than
dignity.
18 years. Because if you just kick them out on the street at 19 or 18,
Yeah.
they'll probably resent you.
But I feel...
Let's
thing
say
is, everybody-
in this economy,
Yeah.
let's say 28 years.
Okay, 28 years.
Add a decade on there.
Tack on a decade. Sure, so let's round up to 30 years. I look after this kid for 30 years so I can be looked after for, 10 years maybe?
Terrible investment.
Yeah, but I don't want to be lonely when I'm older, and I feel like you can't be lonely with kids.
Matthew, why do you think you'd be lonely? Look around this room. Look at all these DVDs to keep you company.
That's true. In the year
All these DVDs.
2070, I can...
You easily Just in the TV series, probably have weeks of company. And then you have all the movies.
Yeah, that's true. But, I'm thinking next time I move and I pack these up, I'm probably not going to unpack them.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you'll keep that box. I'll say
true.
DVDs. And then when you're all alone, you just pull out
DVD video.
No, this is the thing, Matthew.
Yeah.
I see your answer right in front of me. When you're all alone and you're feeling lonely, you have 9 seasons of Friends, or however many seasons
I've
there
got
are.
10 seasons.
10
I didn't
seasons.
just stop after 9
10,
seasons.
I didn't remember how many seasons there were. You have friends. You have your friends.
That's true.
Phoebe, Monica, Chandler,
The
Joey.
other
They're
ones.
all there. Ross.
The big one. All of the friends.
All the monkey.
Yeah.
You have your friends. When you're feeling lonely, you've got friends.
The thing about them is they were very, they really kind of kept to their own circle.
They really did.
We were never their friends.
No, they are each other's
We were
friends.
spectators. We were just people watching other people have a good time.
Sure. But in a sense, they're your friends too.
Yeah, that's what somebody who was watching from the outside would say.
You're
would
like
never
the
say
man
that.
across the street in that other apartment that stares at them.
Yes, but he died very early on.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
And he was
recall.
alone. And he didn't have children.
Well, and he didn't have a DVD player because it was the 90s.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should interview some mothers and see what they think. But, the thing about mothers, Sebastian, is I feel like you get brainwashed. Or there's something that happens. Because you could not care about kids, about babies, and then you have a baby, and every mother who's had a baby says, oh, it was the best thing that ever happened.
I've heard the same thing from fathers as well.
Parents, they have a kid and they'll be like, you know what? If ever you're having second thoughts or you're doubting if you should have a kid, you just have that kid. And then you realize this is what you were meant for. This is what you were supposed to have done all along. It's the best decision they ever made. It sounds like they're being brainwashed.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know why everyone keeps falling for it.
But conversely, because once you have a kid, it's like an extra full-time job. You really have to throw yourself into taking care of an infant, and then as they grow, you take less but different care of them. And well, I mean, like when you're 10, you don't have to care for a 10-year-old as you would for a 6-month-old. A 6-month-old needs more of your time and attention.
Yeah.
A 10-year-old could like read a book or do something for a little bit, when they're not sleeping or, you need to read to them. You need to help them with homework.
We're going to make great fathers. We don't even know what 10-year-olds do. It's like, oh, they sleep. They read.
No, the babies sleep.
Yeah.
The 10-year-old needs to be read to.
10-year-olds need sleep too.
They need to sleep too, but not as much as a baby.
No, that's the hard part. You got to make them go to sleep. Baby,
That's
you got to... I don't
Different sorts of effort.
Different
By the time you're
sorts of
15, you're usually
work.
taking a lot of care. You're passing your time better
Yeah.
on your own. And then, you still have to feed the kid. You still have to, maybe do the kid's laundry or whatever. But your role is decreasing.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, just throw yourself into a new hobby. If you just do a new hobby 40 hours a week or whatever, however much time it takes to take care of a baby, just probably more than 40 hours a week, just you'll be brainwashed by that hobby too.
Yeah, it's not going to take care of you when you're old. What hobby is going to take care of you when you're old and frail?
A money-making hobby. If you start throwing yourself into stocks and you invest well in stocks, if you invest the money of a baby into stocks and you invest the time of a baby into stocks, that will take care of you.
Make money,
Probably
not babies.
better than a baby.
That's true. Okay. Well, let's. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Make money,
Not babies. That's
not
really
babies. That's it.
Stock
All right.
tips. Stock tips.
Cadeau Janco's
Stock tips.
Or tips. Well, have we ever had any other tips? Have 101 episodes gone by with no tips? I think there are some tips.
Oh, we've had certain pro tips, different
Pro tips,
restaurants where it's like, oh yeah, add a pickle.
But a life pro tip.
Yeah.
Make money,
Very
not
few of
babies.
those. Make money, not babies.
That's the first one.
Invest money. Don't make babies.
Okay.
To each their own, but I'm just saying, if you're not one to make a baby, don't do it to find out that, oh, it does feel great or not.
Yeah.
Some people are terrible parents. Some people are terrific parents.
Some people are just okay.
Some kids just suck.
Yeah.
I think that's my greatest fear. Like, what if you have a kid and you're like, it's a dud?
Then you have another kid.
I don't mean like if they have a deficiency or like
If they're just like,
they're missing a foot when they're born. Nothing like that. But like they're just like a shitty kid, like a little brat.
yeah,
That like no matter what you do, he's being a little brat, and like he's got nice stuff or like some nice stuff, and no matter what, he doesn't appreciate anything. And you're like, I don't know what to do with this little shit.
well, that's why you have more than one kid, because one kid always turns out bad.
What if you have like 4 kids and 3 of them are shitty?
No, but I just mean, if you're an only child, you usually grow up to be much more of a terrible person.
I don't think that's necessarily true, because I feel like there are also very sensitive single children who are better at interesting or passing their time, better at sharing, and better at conversation. Because when you're a child and you're at home, who are your friends? Whoever else is at home, basically. So now you have 2 friends who are like in their 30s or 40s, and you're a child. So you're gonna be a little more advanced. You'll be watching Unsolved Mysteries in the evening instead of SpongeBob SquarePants or whatever, and you'll be having discussions with adults as opposed to other small children.
You grow up knowing how to commit crimes and never have them solved.
Or just, being fast. Well, okay, maybe Unsolved Murders was not the best example. But, you're not talking about SpongeBob SquarePants. You're talking about something maybe a little bit more mature.
Okay.
Because the only other people you have to talk to are people who are probably not interested in your childish things.
Yeah, so just put them in front of the TV.
Yeah, and then
let them
would just babysit
surf.
the TV?
Yeah.
Babysat by the TV? I don't know. Especially in this day and age. We're saying the TV, but the kids are watching the iPad. They're on YouTube, Netflixing.
Yeah. What do the next 10 years have in store? Who knows?
Twitter.
Who knows? One thing that's never changed.
Snapchat.
Snapchat. Sure.
I don't know if it has changed or not. I really don't know.
I was going to say these White Castle burgers.
Oh, I would like to hope that they changed, because Matthew, these burgers were not delicious.
Oh, yes. Thank you for finally saying how you really feel about them.
Okay, so let's get into talking about these burgers a little bit. Let's start with the microwaved burgers. We had a box of 6. We microwaved 2 of the 6 and prepared the other 4 on the stovetop, as we mentioned earlier. A very steamy process. Not as exciting as that sounds. Let's start with the microwave ones, Matthew. We also got some... So there were 2 versions of this box in the grocery store when I saw them. One was the same, but a more prominently orange design, and it had cheese in the burgers. And this was the without cheese. I felt like without cheese was the classic. Let's do that. And we decided for maybe half of our burgers each that we would add some Kraft single cheese, which appeared to be the same sort of cheese that were used in these burgers. So we each had a half of a slider with and without cheese. Matthew, what did you think of each?
I didn't think much of it. Sebastian, these were awful. These were not good. These were soggy little ash burgers. They tasted like really, I didn't even really taste the meat. It did taste like a pate spread over a bun. The bun had a weird sweet sensation to it. Also very soggy though.
Mm-hmm.
I was asking you a lot of questions about the buns. I was like, read that box. Tell me more about the bun, because I want to know what's going on with the bun. And I didn't really even like the bun.
I read the ingredients. It was basically the ingredients of white bread. So nothing special there.
So maybe the burger is just so uninteresting that the white bread really stole the show. But I think the fact that the burgers aren't that good to begin with, coupled with microwaving that not very good burger, was just a recipe for disaster.
So Matthew, as you were saying earlier about the pogos, how when you microwave them, they don't come out as crispy. They're kind of soggy. That was kind of the case with these burgers as well. Ironically, the non-steamed hams were moister, which is kind of strange.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it is because the little burgers don't really come in direct contact with the steam. The tinfoil that they are on is being heated by steam.
Yeah, they're treating them as if they're these delicate little like